Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chronically Healthy Life show. When you hear the word chronically, do you automatically associate it with chronic disease? We all do. It's been programmed into us. But what if we flip that whole idea on its head? Let's discover how we can create chronic health in our bodies, our minds, our finances, our relationships, and our lives. Welcome to the place where chronically means healthy, wealthy, joyful, and ridiculously alive. Let's flip the script together. Today, I am so happy to welcome Lady V to our audience. She is a spiritual release coach, and if you wonder what that is, I'm wondering what that is too. I'm very interested to learn about this topic. Welcome to the show, Lady V.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it. And hello, everybody.
Well, we're thrilled you're with us today. So, I'm not going to ask the burning question yet. First, I would like to get to know you a little bit. Like, tell us a little about your journey and your story. Who
Well,
are you?
I am the one and the only Miss Lady B. I am your favorite spiritual release coach. I am an author, a publisher. You know, I'm a lupus advocate. So I wear many, many, many hats. But the one thing I am is a woman of authenticity, meaning that I got to roar my greatness. So I teach the roar method, meaning, hey, we have to release the old and the old baggage and the limited beliefs. We got to overcome the obstacles standing in our way. We have to awaken the rebel within. That's where that chronically is for me. I'm awakened. And then I got to rise to my greater self. So I teach the roar method and teach you instead of how to be chronically ill, how to be chronically great and roar in your greatness. So that's who I am in a little nutshell. And again, just glad to be here.
Well, I'm guessing that you have a story about awakening, about how you got to be because most of us have very painful stories about our journeys and the things we've gone through to get to where we are. Do you care to share a little bit about your journey?
Alrighty. So I am, like I said, I'm a lupus advocate, but of course I had a whole journey before I even got to be a lupus advocate because sometimes we have to learn that we have to fight for ourselves, right? And so for me, I've been fighting my whole entire life. At the age of 8, I was molested in my own home. And by the age of 15, I was a madam. By the age of 21, I was a high priced call girl. And I had so many illnesses and so many traumatic things that was going on in my life that it wasn't just affecting me mentally and emotionally and spiritually, but it was affecting my body as well. And being sick wasn't easy for me to do, but I've been fighting my whole life, so why couldn't I fight this too, right? So going through all of this traumatic things in my life, it was like when they told me that I had lupus, I thought I was dead. I was like, oh Lord, I'm dead. I'm dying. Oh Jesus, I'm out of here. And I just knew I was just gone. But I had to really learn and figure out what it was because I didn't know what lupus was. I just heard of it. And of
Mm.
course, like most people, they don't know what it is, even the doctors. And I don't care what the doctors say, they don't know what it is, okay? They don't know. Again, they're practicing, okay? And so that's what we do. They're practicing on me, trying to figure out, okay, how do I heal her? What do I do with her? What do I do to her? Da 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 da. And they almost killed me 5 times. And so I had to really learn what this disease was. I really had to learn how to take care of me, how to literally say, you know what? I'm a priority.
Mm.
My health is a priority. My mental is a priority. Like, I got to figure out what I need to do to make sure that I am okay. Because so many times we do what? We worry about everybody else around us. We care about everybody else around us, and we forget about the one person that matters, which is us. If we don't take care of us, nobody else is going to take care of us. If we don't advocate for us, nobody else is going to advocate for us. So I had to literally learn my body. I had to learn who I was all over again because I was just a broken little girl.
Oh.
I was just broken. And I didn't have anybody I can hold on to or lean on to. I had to literally learn how to walk this journey, how to walk this walk alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could have stayed down there. I could have said, you know what? I give up. Oh well, I can't. Da 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 da. Like so many times we do because they tell us that we're not worthy. They tell us that we're broken. They make us feel like we are not sufficient enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not woman enough. Like we have so many different obstacles in our way. And I had to really just say, okay, V, how do you wake up this monster? How do you awaken the little girl that's inside of you who's crying and broken and let her know that it's okay? How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then it came to me. I had to start the roar method, meaning that, again, I had to learn how to release all those things that was hurting me and holding me down,
Mm.
that was destroying my mental, that was destroying my heart, that was destroying my body. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to understand that the things that we go through in our lives goes through this body of ours. It attacks our body. It sits in our body. So this is how we gain so many illnesses. This is how we gain so much destruction in our lives is because of the trauma that we actually go to that we don't face, that we hold on to. We don't know that it is a silent killer. And if we keep holding on to it, we killing ourselves. It's
Yeah.
not the doctors killing us. It's not the foods killing us. I mean, these people are killing us now. Don't get me right. The foods and all these things that we put in our body, they are. However, we are the main source because we have a choice of what we do to us and for us. So it's about, hey, are you a priority? Are you just an afterthought? Well, I made myself a priority. And it wasn't being selfish. It
No.
was being conscious and selfless
Yeah.
because I had to understand that he made me, created me in his own image, and he made me a priority. So why am I not thinking and treating myself as a priority if God made me that way?
The old worn out adage of the oxygen mask, you can't you can't help someone. It is the ultimate act of selfishness to not put that on first because you
Exactly.
can't help anyone else otherwise. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's a really good point. We have to shift that idea. Like we flipped chronically healthy onto its head, we have to flip selfishness on its head. It's like it is not selfish to
No, it's
make
not.
yourself a priority because it's the only way that you can lift others. And
Exactly.
that's amazing. Wow, that my heart just breaks for that 8-year-old little girl. That's just, I mean, I'm a kid person. I've been a teacher for a million years. If some, if I knew about something like that, I probably would have committed murder. But
I
I,
love it.
I don't know. I didn't know you then. But I'm so glad that you not only survived it, but you're finding a way to thrive
Exactly.
and help other people thrive. Yeah. Do you find that that you talk to other people who have been molested who have had to process through releasing and that kind of trauma is just hideous.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I do talk to a lot of people that's in it, and what I've learned along this journey. It's like it's almost like it's that forbidden fruit.
Mm.
You can't touch it. You can't taste it. You can't mess with it. Like everybody wants to be so silent because we've been told don't say anything, especially from the era I come in. I come in that I'm in that era where what happens in this house stays in this house. You don't tell and you don't say anything. You just be quiet because you don't make our family look bad. You don't make what's going on out there in the world. And so I found that that's really a lot of the problem that we've been shut up and
Mm.
silenced so much that it's like the forbidden fruit. If you touch it or taste it, you're gonna die from it. You can't say anything. Well, for me, well, as you see, I'm just the opposite, baby. I don't care about your forbidden fruit. See, I'm gonna tell you like it TI is, and you might not like it, but the truth will set you free. And these are the things that happen in our homes. These are the things that happen in our lives. And for me, I felt like it was my time to stand up for all those who have been silenced, for
Mm.
everyone who said that they couldn't talk, they couldn't say anything, they couldn't speak up. Well, I'm gonna. It's someone have to break that generational curse. I choose to go ahead and do it because at the end of the day, it happens. It's still happening,
Yeah.
and we got to stop turning a blind eye to it as if we can't see it because it's there.
Hmm.
It's there and it's happening to our children all over the world. And somebody has to speak up for those 8 year old little girls who's still going through it. Somebody has to speak up for those 15-year-old little boys and little girls who's still going through it. Somebody has to speak up for those 21-year-old little girls. See, people don't understand just because you're 21 don't make you grown.
Oh,
It
oh,
just makes you 21,
right, right,
you know?
right.
And so somebody has to stand up and speak out for it. And I choose to be that voice for
Mhm.
those who are afraid to say anything because they don't want somebody to hurt them. They don't want their family to turn against them. They don't want this. They don't want that. It's so many reasons and excuses that I heard, and I get them. They're very valid. Please understand. And I don't call them excuses lightly, but they are. And
Yeah.
so for me, I don't make excuses, so I don't really take excuses. And so for me, I'm not gonna make no excuses to stand up, stir up, and tell my story. Because at the end of the day, I have to tell people, baby, if you didn't want nobody to know, you shouldn't have done it. Because you might end up in a book, a song, a poem. I don't know. But this is life, and we have to start talking about what's right, not what
What?
we don't want to talk about because it hurts or because somebody is going to be ashamed or because it's going to hurt somebody else. We have to start speaking up because it is right.
Yeah.
And right don't wrong nobody.
Yeah. And the people who are like, you ruined my life because you revealed this secret. Well, you shouldn't have done it then. If you're so concerned about your image, maybe you actually,
Exactly.
you know, you know, you know what, Lady V, you're like you. I see why you call it the roar method because you're like a lion. It's like roar.
I am a lioness. I really am. I stay true to my sign. I'm a Leo. I am. And so I really am. That's who I am all day long. I literally roar in in my madness all day long. I'm just like this. And so, yes, my birthday is July the 30th. For those who don't know, I really am a lioness. So I really fit my zodiac for real. And I put that out into the whole world because I want everybody to really roar in their greatness because God made us great. So
Mhm.
why are we not roaring in our greatness?
Mhm.
Why do we hold our illnesses? Why do we hold our trauma? Why do we hold our pain against our happiness?
Mhm.
We hold that. And it stops us from roaring in our greatness. And we think we're roaring in our greatness because we smile. Well, a lot of times we're smiling, but we're hiding the pain, and the smile really isn't real. It's just a fake smile that's you giving out to the world in hopes that nobody sees it. But at the end of the day, you still know it's fake. You
Hmm.
still know that it's not real, and God knows it most of all. So stop playing yourself and just go ahead and start learning how to heal so that you can fully roar in your greatness. See, I no longer live in my trauma. That's why I can roar in my greatness because I got a lot of trauma. I probably should be real crazy. They told me I had chronic depression, I had PTSD. They threw all these labels on me like the world does.
Hmm.
And if I held those labels, it's like bag lady. I'm the bag lady now. Now I'm just carrying all these baggage because people said that this is what I was. And then we start turning into what people say we are. I refuse to allow people to tell me what I am.
Oh, I love that. I love that, especially coming from your background. Like, you do not determine who I am. I love that.
Exactly.
You're you're awesome. You're so inspirational. I can see why people respond to your energy. It's amazing. Well, Lady V, we're going to take a little pause. So everybody stay tuned. We're going to be right back with more from Lady V, the lion roarer. Stay tuned.
Why do 98% of beauty enthusiasts rave about coolness? It's all in the blend of ancient wisdom and modern science. Introducing Coolness, Pearlescent Face and Eye Serum Cream. This powerhouse combines the antioxidative power of schisandra berries, the glow of pearl powder, and the hydrating wonders of dragon's blood extract. It's like a time machine for your skin, making it radiant, firm, and oh so smooth. Inspired by ancient Chinese traditions and backed by modern nutritional science, this serum cream is perfect for dry, mature, and aging skin. It's time to unlock your inner glow with coolness. Treat your skin to the best of both worlds today.
Hi, I am Leandra Frey. I am a life and dating coach. I help women that have gone through a divorce, widowhood, or if it's been a long time since they've been in a relationship, I help them get back on their feet, gain courage and confidence to get back into the dating world and find the love of their lives in 6 months or less. The reason I do this is having been divorced myself, I have been out in the world, the dating world, what I would call the gauntlet. And it can be hard when you've come off a divorce or you've come off a long time breakup and you find yourself starting and stopping, starting and stopping. And sometimes you stop and many years can go by. And so what I'm here to do and help you is to help you along the way so that you don't give up on yourself and that we learn to create resilience in your dating so that you can keep going and not waste 5, 7, 12 years of your life thinking there's no one out there for you. There are many people out there for you. There is someone looking for you today. So that is why I do what I do, because I love bringing people together because we are all created for love and connection.
Welcome back to the Chronically Healthy Life Show. We are here with our fabulous guest today, Lady V, who is a spiritual release coach and the founder of the ROAR method, which I would really like to dive into. The ROAR method. Is ROAR an acronym for something? Does it stand for something? Um,
Yes. And so roar, again, it means release the old narrative and the old baggage. The O is for overcoming the obstacles that's standing in your way. The A is to awaken the rebel within, and the R is to rise to your greater self. And so
oh,
that's what roar means. So you literally have to take those steps. And so what in other words, you have to release, rebuild, and rebrand who you are so that you can roar in your greatness. If you don't take those three steps and those methods to do that, you're not roaring. You're just
you're
and
squeaking.
nobody can hear you. Okay.
So, okay, so so it came to you that the ROAR method you kind of downloaded, this is what I need to do. And so let's tell us about that journey of developing and creating it, and you must have practiced it as well. So how was that?
Oh, let me tell you something. I couldn't even give this method to you if he didn't take me through it, baby. And when I tell you I went down through there, I went down through there because the hardest part for us to do is to do what that very first R is release.
Mm,
We don't want to release what we need to release. You know, what happens is we have layers and they're stacked on top of each other and they become a mountain of molehills that you got to jump over, fly over, try to get over and across. When all you have to do is literally start releasing those things that's up under that rug. Stop pretending like you can't see it. And so when you're looking for Lady V, you can find me down at the very bottom of the barrel where all the sticky stuff is. Because that's the stuff that we really don't want to touch that we need to touch.
mm,
And molestation is down there. Trauma is down there. Brokenness is down there.
mm,
Pain and fractions is down there. That's where our deepest it is. And if you don't tend to the root, everything else that's growing will eventually die.
mm,
You have to have healthy roots first. People think that, oh, nobody can see those. So they don't know if they're not healthy or not. Well, yeah, they're not. But I tell you what, just like a house, because we are like a house, and I've learned this, that we really are like a house. If we do not literally lay our foundation properly, it starts to crack. If we just throw some pipes and some things in there and we got trees and this the roots start to grow in our pipes, which means that they will start to bust. They will start to do all kinds of mold and gain green and do all kinds of other things, correct? So we have to understand, sorry y'all, I have alarms for everything. So anyway, we have to understand that at some point we have to literally lay our foundation the way it's supposed to. We can't keep putting putty on a broke foundation. It will start cracking your walls. It will start cracking your ceiling. It will start cracking your roof. See, and then now you're being poured in and you wonder, well, I don't know why I've been downfall doing. I don't know why all this storm is hitting me the way that it's hitting me. Because you didn't lay your foundation right.
mm.
And so now the big bad wolf done came through and just blew your whole house down. Because you didn't lay your foundation right. And that's what life is. Life is the big bad wolf. And if you don't have a proper foundation, if you don't think that life will blow your house down, honey, let me tell you something. It blew my house down. It blew my house over. It blew my house up under the ground until I figured out how to really rebuild my house. And in that rebuilding stage, that means now you're learning you. You're learning, who am I? What do I like? What don't I like? What will I accept and what will I not accept? It was so many things in my life that I was accepting that I shouldn't. It was so many times that I told myself, "Oh, I love me." But when I started learning me, I realized that I didn't love me at all. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
And they say, "Well, why you didn't what you mean, Lady B? Why you didn't love you?" Well, because if I really love me the way that I claim I love me, ain't no way in the world I would have put up with half the stuff or taken half the stuff in the abuse that I accepted from anybody, including myself.
Oh,
I
wow.
just wouldn't have. I just wouldn't have. And when I learned how to really love me, like First Corinthians tell us to, see, I had to break that down. I had to break each word down. What does kindness mean? What does patience mean? What does forgiveness mean? What does, you know what I'm saying? I had to really break that down to understand how to genuinely love me. Because he says, I love you, so why you can't love you when you are me and I am you? Make it make sense. And I was just like, I don't know. Show me how to love me. Because I don't know, Lord. Show me how to love me. And he did. Because I wanted to learn how to love me because I realized that I really did. Because I accepted so many people just running over me and just running over my heart because they felt like they could because I was giving them easy access to do that.
Oh. So it that running over you emotionally, running over you like time sucking you, like your time didn't matter, or
Oh, all of it.
do for me, but never giving anything back. That all that kind of stuff.
All of it. All of it. I have dealt with so many things, especially in business. We always think, especially in business, we think that our friends and our family is going to support us. They're not. They're not. We always want to believe that that the people that we help is gonna appreciate what the help that we give because a lot of the help that we give people don't know because people think oh you're in business oh you making money we they think we charge everybody and a lot of times we are not charging some of the people that we're helping because we're instructed to just help them
Mm.
because we will get that back in return. All we really want is you to appreciate it, but we think people's gonna appreciate it. They don't. They just feel like that's what they're entitled to. They're entitled for us to do these things for them. They're entitled for us to be like this with them. They're entitled, because they're friends and their family, and this is what we're just supposed to do. And in reality, no, this is not what we're supposed to do. We're doing it because we want to do it.
Hmm.
And a lot of people become bitter and hateful because they have to go through all these channels of trying to just be out there doing the work that we're supposed to be doing. It's draining. It's tiresome. And sometimes we get burnt out and we be like, I don't want to do this no more. Well, for me, I had to learn that everything I do for the kingdom. I ain't doing it for you. So I don't care if you like it, if you say thank you, if you don't appreciate it, whatever. Like, because it was starting to burn me out. And if I'm told no, I'm just gonna say no. I don't care about you being mad. Like you just have to be mad. See, I had to learn my boundaries, which is creating healthy boundaries for me. But I would have never known that had I not learned how to love me first, how to make me a priority.
Mm.
See,
Mm.
I had to learn how to do that, which means, again, I had to release all this stuff that we think we know that we're trained and programmed as children, that we're trained and programmed as teenagers, that we're trained and programmed as adults. A lot of that stuff is just unnecessary junk.
Oh, absolutely, absolute garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we literally have to throw it away and really look at what's real for you, not for the world, because he tells us, do not be conformed to the world. So why are you conforming your mind to the way the world is trying to tell you to be?
Hmm.
Like, I am not of this world, so please don't try to conform me to this world that you live in when that's not the world I live in.
Hmm.
You know, like we have different views of what this world is. You live in anger, hurt, and pain. Well, I live in bliss and happiness, and now you mad at me because I'm always happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? like, like it's crazy, but this is just real. This is the life we live in, and so I had to retrain my thought process. I had to retrain my mindset to understand that I don't no longer want to live in hurt and pain and hate
Yeah. Yeah.
and bitterness. And the world makes you do that because people get on your nerves. But when you learn that you can love people in spite of what they are, you can be happy about everything. And that's who I am. I'm happy about everything. And people, oh, she's so happy go lucky. Yes, I am. Oh,
And
she just so, yes, I am, because I'm roaring in my greatness. And if you stop your hate, I can teach you how to roar in your greatness too. Because why would you want to live your life all mad and angry and hateful? This brings chronic illness to our bodies. We don't understand that we are our biggest downfall, that we are our enemies. It's not the world, it's us,
mhm.
because we're allowing these things to literally attach itself to us when we don't even have to.
Oh, I
We
love
don't even have to.
the ultimate responsibility for your own life. Like
Exactly.
it's on you, and or it's mine is on me. And unless you have small children or aging parents that you're taking care of, and you are responsible for them too, but their happiness. But you know what? I've had people say to me, "Why are you so happy? Don't you know what's going on in the world?" And I go, "No, I turned off the TV a long time ago, and I never turned it back on again because
Okay.
I don't want to listen to
Okay.
all the lies."
Exactly. People don't realize that what we see and reflect, it's that's us. We're putting that in our spirit. So if you're always looking at mess, you messy.
Mhm.
If you're always looking at killing and violence, you're eventually going to be killing and violence somewhere along the road, even if you just think it, oh, I'm going to kill them. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, that's, you know what I'm saying? We have to be mindful what we are putting in our spirit, because what we see is what we reflect.
right, right.
And so, no, I see it, but I'm not putting it in my spirit because it don't have anything to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I won't be a part of the fight if I need to be, but I'm not just gonna jump in a war that don't belong to me. Like that's like putting your foot in hot lava and know it's hot lava. Why? Why? So
Yeah.
now so I'm supposed to be angry and mad because now my toe is burnt off. I did it to myself. I saw it. I knew it was hot lava, but I just wanted to see if it was really hot. The trash. This is what we do to ourselves so many times. And we have to stop acting as if we don't see these red signs when they're very clear and blatant.
Very clear. You are funny. Yeah, you saw the lava, it's lava, but you stuck your foot in anyway, and then you complain because you're like, I love that. That is such an accurate, so accurate. All right, we're going to take a little pause here, Lady V, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I think our audience probably is too. So, everybody, stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this. She looks like she has it all together, but inside, she's exhausted, disconnected, and asking, is this really it? I'm Amanda Beth. I help visionary women shift from burnout to embodiment, from survival mode to soulful success. Through intuitive healing and aligned strategy, I guide them back to their power so they can lead with clarity, confidence, and calm.
I was floored at how effective and powerful and insightful everything was in this journey. She is amazing, and you should absolutely do it.
This isn't about pushing harder. This is about rising with purpose, prosperity, and peace. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chronically Healthy Life Show. We are here with our fabulous guest, Lady V, who is a spiritual release coach. And we've been talking about her ROAR method. So let's see, it was release the old baggage. O was, what was O?
Overcome the obstacles in your way.
Overcome the obstacles in your way. A,
Awaken the rebel within.
awaken the rebel. And then the second R.
Is rise to your greater self.
Oh, I love that. It's really amazing. Well, Lady V, I always like to talk about little practical tips that our audience can implement right now to start practicing. I'm sure that many of our audience have already started, at the very least, becoming aware that they're awakening and so forth, or they're much further along. But what are some tips that we could have right now that can help people? Just like right now, we could start doing something to start shifting things.
First of all, be honest with yourself. That's the very first thing. Be honest with you. Really be honest in your journey, because sometimes we don't like to really be honest where we at in our journey, because we're too busy trying to compete with other people. Stop
Mm,
competing with everybody else. Just do you. Be you. Be in your own little world, in your own little bubble, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Worry about simply you. When you start focusing on you and your bubble, now you can really start to heal. And so be honest with yourself. Once you be honest with yourself, now start making lists. I like to make lists. I make lists for everything. I make to-do lists. I make my healing list. I make my goal list. Like I can see them. Like this list over here, it says about these are my fears to overcome. See, I got lists. And when I start overcoming these lists, I start marking things off.
uh-huh.
See, he says make it plain, make it clear, write it down, journal. It's simple, little tiny things that we can do right now to really start healing who we are from the inside and to the outside. Because
Mhm.
what you feel on the inside shows on the outside, even when you think it doesn't.
Yeah, I love that. Making, and you don't have to share those lists with anyone either, right? They can,
No,
they're yours. They're not for
exactly. Like,
consumption.
yeah, why are you sharing them anyway? They're your list. Like, again, that's a competition thing. I don't have to compete with nobody. I don't need nobody to know what my list is. Like, if you walk in my office and you see all these lists, and if you read them, then that's one thing. But just to be, hey, look at my list today. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. There's no need for any of that, because I'm not in no competition with anybody else. It's me versus me. And
Mm,
I realize that it's not me versus the world. It's me versus me. It's
mm,
not me versus anybody else but me. Because I have to do better in my walk, in my journey, where I am.
mhm.
And if I'm worried about you, I obviously am not taking care of me very well. I did not make me a priority. And so make yourself a priority. And I found out that that's so scary for so many people. I didn't know that until I really started really getting into this journey, and people look at me and they say, "You want me to do what?" And I'm like, "Make yourself a priority." And I'm like, I don't know, I don't even know what that looks like. Like, what does that? And I'm like, okay, well, I can't tell you what it looked like, but I can tell you what it looked like for me.
Mm,
Now, what it looked like for you may be different than what it looked like for me, but I can tell you how to get there,
mhm.
and that's the stop. Sometimes we just have to just stop in our track and just pause and be still. No is a complete sentence. And a lot of times we don't want to use no because we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Right.
Well, the feelings that you hurt really is yours, because you're the one who's complaining about all the stuff you got to do and all the stuff on your plate. But if you say no sometimes, you won't have all these
Yeah.
things on your plate. That because now the things that people start trying to put on your plate now reverse back to their own plate. Like give that stuff back to them. Like make people start being accountable for their own stuff, for
Mhm.
their own foolishness. Because you have your own baggage to carry. You have your own stuff to do. You can't roar in your greatness if you're holding on to somebody else's baggage. There's just no way. You're now again the bag lady and the bag man just holding on because you're carrying somebody else's baggage.
Mm.
Stop. Just stop. Say no. Give it back. It don't belong to you.
And when you give it back too, I would think it also matters to realize that if they don't deal with their stuff, that's their problem, not yours. And if
Exactly.
they want to bury their heads in the sand and pretend like they're, everything's they got everything together when they clearly don't, again, not on you. On That's on them, especially fully grown
Exactly.
adults.
Exactly. That's why I tell everybody, I said, baby, that's a you problem, not a me and you problem, okay? Please stop trying to make it a me and you problem. Like, go on and go deal with that. Handle that. I can tell you how to do it, and you might not even listen. That's why I tell people, don't coach your friends, because your friends not going to listen to you, baby. They just going to keep coming back and keep coming back with the same problem, the same errors, the same mistakes, and want you to fix it. You cannot fix it. Once I learned that I couldn't fix my friend's problems, baby, now I'll be like, you okay, that's gonna be $49.99. Cash
Oh,
app in my Zelle. And they be like, you know what, Lady V, I'm just gonna take care of myself.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. See, sometimes you just got to reverse it and make them be like, you know what, that is my problem. Because again, that's not a me and you problem. That's just a you problem. So handle that. If I got a problem, I can't make it your problem. You
Right.
gonna look at me and be like, handle that. So I gotta handle it. So I do. I take it to the Father first, and then I handle it, and then you'll find out about it in the shuffle somewhere.
Yeah. Did you find that you had a big shift in your relationships? Like some people fell off that couldn't handle you roaring, and other people are coming in going, "You're an awesome lady."
So yes, and yes, and yes. It's kind of funny because me and my uncle, we're like, that's like my best friend. And it's funny because he said, you may want to be nice to me. You know, I'm your only friend. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? You are absolutely right. Like, and I had to think about it. I was like, dang, I really lost a lot of my friends because a lot of my friends died from illnesses and chronic illnesses and stuff. So I lost a lot of friends to death, and then then the rest of them, they just lost because hey, my bluntness is just too brutal for people to handle. And I understand it because the truth hurts. People don't like the truth. They rather you tell a lie to them to make it sound fly to them. And I can't make it sound fly to you, baby. I got to give it to you just like it really is because I want to see you heal. I want to see you grow. And you cannot grow on a lie. You just can't. And I don't care how much you try to, you're still going to be in the same position that you was when you first started,
Right.
trying to grow on this lie.
Right.
So again, a lie will hurt you for a lifetime. The truth will set you free. It only stings for a second.
One of my friends said that when I was divorcing my horrible abusive ex-husband. She said, "Well, because I was truth, I fully like, oh my God, I'm looking at the truth right in front of my face, and I've been denying it, and now I'm looking at it." And she said, "Well, the truth shall set you free, but first you'll be miserable." And I'm like,
Exactly.
"But it's temporary."
It's gonna sting just for a little bit. I promise, but it will go away. But that lie that you keep living on will hurt you for a lifetime. You will be hurting for the rest of your life if you don't stop lying to yourself. If
Oh,
you do not start facing the truth, if you do not start facing the facts, be in your reality. Some of y'all living in these reality shows. That's not your reality.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
understand the attraction of those shows because they're so
me
fake.
neither. Me too. I can't stand none of them. I be like, this is why you the way you is. That's what I be wanting. This is why you're crazy because you're watching these crazy people going crazy. Like, stop, stop putting this in your spirit. We have to be mindful what we put in our spirit, what we put in our temple. If you put negativity in your temple, you get negativity. If you put hurt and trauma and foolishness and drama, that's what you're going to get. But
Mm,
if you put love and happiness and respect, what you put out is what you receive. And a lot of times I put it out and I realize that what I put out, I get it from a lot of strangers. But the people who know me be like, I don't know why she got to be so happy. Cause I'm happy. I don't know why she just said cause I did. Hey, it is what it is. I want to give this happiness to you, but if you don't want to accept it, then I ain't gonna make you accept it. I'm just gonna give it to somebody that really wants
yeah. Yeah.
it. You know?
Well, I would think that part of roar is accepting happiness because we tend to think that if we're happy that there's something wrong with us. We've been programmed like if you're not putting
Exactly.
attention in the world then and you're happy, then there's something wrong with you. It's like, no, I think there's something right with you because you're
Exactly.
not playing that stupid game. It's just programming. It's not real. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I love when me and Andy was talking. I love the roar and the chronically healthy
Yeah.
method. They were like going into each other. They were like vibing with each other because in reality, that's really what the roar is. Being chronically healthy,
Hmm.
being chronically happy, being chronically well, being chronically just in you. It just I'm doing a 50-day celebration, honey. And when I tell you today is day 20, I'm still celebrating. Honey, I should be really just tired and exhausted. But I am still celebrating because life is beautiful when you look at it, not from rose colored glasses, but from regular lenses.
Hmm. I love that. What's the 50-day celebration?
So I turned 50 this year, July the 30th. It's my 50th.
Happy
Woo, woo, woo,
birthday!
woo. Yes. So I'm like, I just want to do 50 days of celebration God's way because I've done it my way. And it was horrible. It wasn't great. It was just out here just doing and just anyway. So these 50 is really my celebration is really for my survival. My celebration is for my resiliency because until you know my story, you don't know my praise. And so it's good to be able to praise the way I am because I made it. Because they told me that I wouldn't make it past 21. And here I am about to celebrate 50 if God say the same. You know? They
Awesome.
and I almost died so many times. Like so many times, not just from illnesses, but somebody died in front of me. They were shot dead in the face. The bullet could have literally hit me, but God was saving me. Like there's so many things that's been going on. Like I've been kind of in that situation twice. I've been where I know that I probably should have been dead and gone,
Yeah.
but God saved me. So I got 50 years of reasoning to celebrate because they said I wasn't going to make it past 21. But here I am about to turn 50. That's a celebration in itself. And I'm not just turning 50 with I'm turning 50. I got the same old song. No, I'm turning 50 with a whole new look on life because my first 50 was garbage.
Mm.
But this next 50, baby!
You are rocking it.
My roar. That's all I can say. Can you hear my roar? And when I'm roaring, trust me, I'm going to have 50 million other people roaring in their greatness. Why? Because this is where they want to be. They don't want to live no longer in their trauma. They don't no longer want to live there because they're like, well, wait a minute. If you telling me I can live there? Yes. You can. What they say, come to the light, Carolyn. Come on. You can have this. It's all about, do you want it? And how bad do you really want it? Because those who really want it is going to go get it. And
Mhm.
those who are afraid, they're going to sit there and they're going to look at it and they're going to judge everybody else who's around them who's happy. And they're going to sit there and they're going to, they so happy. I don't know why. I was going to be happy one day. But when your one day going to be? It could be today. But
Mhm.
it's a choice. We have to make a choice where we want to be in our lives. And for me, I no longer wanted to live in my trauma. For
Mhm.
me, I no longer wanted to live in my sadness. For me, I no longer wanted to live behind the pretend smile.
Mhm.
People don't know I've done 100,000 interviews. And the ones that I've done before I started, they were hiding behind the smile. They were hiding behind the pain. They
Mhm.
were hiding behind the trauma.
Yeah.
And I was up here just faking it. Yeah. Like so many of us do. And what we don't realize is, even when we're faking it, people can see it. People know. Some people be like, they get off and they be like, oh, that was a good interview, but it was all right.
Mm.
When I leave here, y'all gonna say, oh, I remember her. And I know why I remembered her. Not it was because it was no, we're not doing that. I am celebrating because I have a reason to celebrate.
That's awesome.
And so do you. Celebrate in your greatness. Roar in your greatness. Be chronically healthy any way you want to be. Just do it for you because you are a priority and you deserve it.
I love that. I love that, and I certainly am going to remember you. I'm going to be thinking about this for a while here. You said some great nuggets of truth there that just went zing.
I am the toe cruncher. Hello, I am. I am. I've crunched my own toes a few times. Okay,
Well, Lady V, how can people find you in the world? How can we?
so you can find me on all social media, but I am on Linktree Lady VENT. And so that you can find me. I drop a new book on July the 30th with the soundtrack. And so I'm super excited about that. So y'all make sure you go check me out. Lady V Linktree.
That's
ENT.
easy. That's easy. Okay. Lady V, Linktree. And let's just drop our baggage and get happy. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. All right. Thank you so much for coming on our show today. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking with you today. I'm still laughing. And it's a genuine laugh, by the way.
Already.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Okay, everybody, that's it for today's show. Join us every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. You can find us on e360tv.com, on the Vitality TV network, or at YouTube, on YouTube at Chronically Healthy Life. Swing by chronicallyhealthylife.com this week to elevate your longevity and check out our brand new healing skincare line at coolness.com. Until then, stay vibrant, stay fierce, and stay ridiculously, unapologetically, chronically healthy. And remember to roar. See you next time.